Hi guys, welcome back to Betting Specialist YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to do a review or an analysis on UK49. So I decided to do it parts by parts. So today it's Saturday morning and I'll be doing an analysis for Friday. So you see how I do the analysis. So we'll meet again tonight after the evening draw results, so we can see what are we supposed to play on Sunday morning. So let's start. So this is the current section that played, so we can see before Friday results section 9 haven't played any double. So these are the state for the section. So let's go to the family, and on the family side we can see before Friday results we haven't seen families of 1 playing, and we haven't seen families of 8, and we haven't seen families of 0. So let's go to the color and see what our stats. So on the color I highlighted a green because we can see we have only 1 double, meaning green balls in Sunday they only played a doubles once, and the number of appearances it's remained less at 5. Please note this was before Friday results. So I'm going to analyze the Friday results with you so we can see how can we fill this. How can we fill this table? So we'll start with the section, but before we go to section, let me show you this image of section chart. So this is other section, guys. So when I talk about section 1, you should be able to follow that this is section 1, this is section 2, and so on. So you remember that on our chart I said the missing section is section 9. So it means we are expecting a double from 9, 18, 27, 36, and 45. That's why we say section 9 played if we only have maybe 2 or more from this section. So let's go to our results to see what happened on Friday, or how did the results on Friday went on. So here are the results, and we will start with the section, right? So I decided to put the section image on the other side, then the results on the other side, and then we'll go and fill our table. Okay, we can see our first number, it's 9, but we don't have any number that goes with 9 or meaning on the same section. Then we move to the next number, it's 16. 16 is section 7, so it means we're expecting numbers like 25, 34, and 43, and we don't have it. We move to 19. 19 is section 1. I don't see any number that falls under section 1. Then we go to 22. 22 is section 4. I also don't see any pair. Then we move to 30. 30 is section 3. I also don't see any number. Then 41, also don't see any number. 26, and then we move to T time draw. We have one, it's section 1. I don't see any number again. Then we have 2 and 20. This is section 2. So it means we identify section 2. Then we need to go to our table and fill section 2 on Friday. We saw section 2 on Friday. Then we'll write 1 since we identify only one pair of section 2. Right. Then let's go back to our results. We add 20 and then we move to 40. Okay, I can see we have 40 and 49. 40 and 49, it's section 4. So let's go to the table and fill section 4. Section 4. Then we write 1 since we identified only one double. Then let's move to results and continue where we left off. We're at 40 and 49, 45. It's section 9, but we don't have any pair. So we are done with section. Then now we'll look for families. So for families, when we say families of 1, it means we have identified any number that end with 1. For example, in this one, 41 falls under under families of 1. And 6 fall under families of 6. And 9 falls under families of 9. And 30 falls under families of 0, or you can call it families of 10. So let's start checking. Also on this one, we start with the number 9. We can see we have families of 9 and 19. So we have to go and fill that one on the table. So let's go and fill families of 9 on the table. So we'll move to families. We have families of 9. Here it is. And write 1 since it's only 1 that we identified so far. Then we move to our results. So we move to, since we had 9, 19, 16 and 26. So we go and fill families of 6. Families of 6, we also identified 1. So write 1 on the families of 6. Then we move back to the results to check if there is something again. We left at 16 and 26. 19 we already did families of 9. Then we go to 22. 22 does not have a pair. 30 does not have a pair also on 41. Then we move to tea time draw. We have 1 which does not have a match. Then we have 2 which also doesn't have a match, but we have 20 and 40. That's a match. So we go and write 1 under families of 0 or families of 10. So let's go to our table. So under families of 0, we write 1. Then we go back to our results and we continue where we left off. Okay, we have 45, 49, then we have 7. So we are done with analyzing the section and the families. Now it's time to move to our color. It's time to move to our color. So let's go to our table first, and then we see what we have on the color currently before the Friday results. So here we are. We can see the less played color. Currently it was green. So let's see whether Friday results will bring any double for green, or we'll see what will happen. So let's go to our results and start analyzing. Alright, so our table start with red color. So let's see how many colors we have. The fact that we have 3 colors on lunch, that means we have 2 or more. And then we call this a color on double. It means we have 1 for double in red. And then the number of red that appear for this draw, it's 4. So we'll have 4 under the 1, which is double. So let's go and fill this up. We said we identified 1 for doubles since we had 2 or more numbers for red, and then the number of appearances for red, we said we identified 4, so we write 4. Then we'll move and check blue since it's the following color on the table. So let's go to our results. So we can see we have double blue, and the number of appearances is just 2. So it means on the double for blue color we'll write 1, and on the appearances we'll write 2. So let's go and fill this up. Write 1 on the double, then we write 2 for appearances. Then we move to yellow color since it's the color that is following next. We can say we don't have any double for yellow, and we also don't have yellow color appearing. So it means we'll go and write 0 for both double and appearances on the color yellow. So we'll write 0 here. Then our next color will be green. Let's go to our results and see. So we can see we have a green ball right here on lunchtime and a green ball right here on tea time, but we don't have 2 numbers on the same draw. So it means we don't have a double for green color, but on the number of appearances, that's where we'll write 2. So let's go and fill it up. Write 0 here, and we have 2 right here. Then our next color, it's orange. Let's go back to our results. So we don't have any double for orange, but orange only appear once. It is 45 right here. So let's fill it up. 0 here and 1 here. Then our next color will be purple. So let's go back to our results. We also don't have any double for purple, but appearances is just 2. So let's go and fill this information. For purple 0, then we write 2. Then our last color will be brown. Let's go back to our results and analyze brown colors. So we have 19 and 26 on same draw. That means we have a double for brown color, but the number of appearances, we have 3. So let's go and fill this information up. We'll write 1 here, and we have 3. So this is how we analyze our results. The reason I didn't start from Monday, it's because the video will be too long. You realize last time when I was trying to do a live video and we'll go about 20 minutes while we are still doing a one day. Like maybe you are still doing Sunday, then the video is already at 30 minutes, something like that. So imagine finishing from Sunday to Monday. So I had to do the first Sunday until Thursday. So I do Friday with you guys, and then we'll do Saturday tonight. Probably maybe it will be a live video so that we can see and prepare for next day, which is Sunday. So that's how we do our analysis. Let's meet again tonight evening and we see how will the analysis go. Remember to like and subscribe if you are not yet subscribed so that you don't miss my next videos like this where we do our analysis.